Hello everyone, Daisy here with my top 10 of 2018 share. I was invited to do this video hop again, and there's a lot of crafty YouTubers that are going to be participating and sharing their top 10 layouts of 2018. There will be links down below for everybody's channel, so let's just get to it. So it was really hard to choose my favorites, but I narrowed it down. So this is the first one, and I made this one for the Paper House Productions design team. I absolutely love how colorful it was. It used the Marvelous collection, you know, some stickers here, and then in the background I did some silver star mixed media with texture paste. And then the unicorn is made out of white cardstock with a cut file layered over it. And then I used some Vicky Bouton silver glaze, and it adhered the paper down, and I just love how pretty that is, and it was perfect for the photo. And yes, I love how that one turned out. My next one was done for the International Scrapbooking Day Challenges for Spiegel Mom's Scraps, I believe. And I made all of these little pinwheels, and these are all made out of various scraps from my scrap bin. There's some pattern happy paper, some 6x6 papers. This one I think is like Me and My Big Ideas from a paper pad. And then I just love how colorful this is without being like over the top. And it's perfect for this little photo of my youngest daughter. And I love making pinwheels. I don't do it enough. I used to use them a lot more, and you know, it's just one of those things that you forget about until all of a sudden you remember it, and then you make a million of them with these on it, and then you get bored with it, so you move on. But every now and then I remember things like this and I come back to it, so I'm super happy with this one. This next one I made for, I think I made this one for Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I used a bunch of cut files here that I watercolored. These word cut files I believe are from the Cut Shop. This is like a paint stroke cut file as well, and these are painted with shimmer paints. You can tell they're very shimmery. And then I used the some Bella Boulevard and the Glitter Girl collections, and I just, again, I love how, I don't know, colorful it is, and it's simple but it's not simple, and I just love all the little details that are in it, and of course the sequins are beautiful. This one I'm super happy with. This is made using cardstock warehouse paper. It was right after I had gotten on that design team. And it's also using Make Paper Art balloon animal cut files. I saw those and I had to have them. I absolutely love the balloon animals. I think they are adorable, and my kids love balloon animals. So I have tons of pictures of them, so they're perfect for balloon animal layouts. So this was made using some distress inks in the background, and just like a circle stencil. I think it was actually a cut file I had used as a stencil, and I just did kind of a colorful background. I cut out 4 of these balloon animals, and then this is a loop-de-loop background cut file that's also from Make Paper Art, and I just kind of cut it off the background and then used it as the strings for the balloons. And it was a perfect way to use up these. I believe these are Amy Tangerine foam letters, and I find them so hard to use because the color is just a little, I don't know, bubblegum pink for me. So it worked well with this layout, and then of course the glitter. And I of course added sequins because you can never have too many sequins, and I just love this. If you follow my channel or anything, you may know that I enjoy using like oversized animals or oversized things on my layout, and so this was perfect for that. Now this one, again, using cardstock warehouse paper, and then also Make Paper Art cut files. And So I have one son and two daughters, and I tend to scrap the daughters more because, let's face it, in scrapbooking, like, the girl stuff is so pretty and you can't not reach for it, right? Well, sometimes I struggle finding the right things to scrapbook my son. So this was perfect. So this is called, oh crud, I don't remember. It's a floral. It's not a background, they're like all separate florals. And so what I did is I cut them out of craft cardstock, and this is the Paper Big Craft from Cardstock Warehouse, and then I layered them on craft. So they look, because they are brown, they look, you know, pretty masculine, and they work with this layout really well, which was my son. We went on a field trip to like a farm where they had all of these activities. Like, this is a corn like sandbox, so they could go play in a box full of corn. It was a little bizarre, and afterwards there was corn everywhere, but he had tons of fun. And then they had this really long slide, and this was before I really scrapbooked, so, you know, pictures were terrible. I probably took these on like a crappy camera that I had back then, and they, you know, never turn out right, but I still have them and I still want to scrap them. So this is also, this is, I believe, Amanda's handwriting, and she created a cut file out of it on Make Paper Art. And then I just added more sequins, and then these tiny, I can't get enough of these tiny foam thickers. I absolutely love them. But I thought this was a great way to do a masculine page using pretty girly stuff. So next up, I have this layout, and I cannot quite remember what this was for. I think this might have been for the 12 Days of Autumn with Christy, for Christy's Beautiful Life. That I do, but I don't remember which prompt it was for. Or maybe it was for something completely different. I can't remember right now. But anyway, I used some of my favorite plaid paper, and I cut it up so that it makes a big pinwheel in the background. I also love to make pinwheels. I have used them many times on layouts, and so it just worked out really well. I did some stitching here. I was able to use some of these thickers, which again I love, but they're really hard to read when you put them on pattern, and if you put them on black or white background, they can be hard to read because part of the letter will blend in. So it worked on this layout. I used Bella Boulevard here, some Me and My Big Ideas. This paper is from the Hot Cocoa, yeah, I think that's what it's called, collection by American Crafts, and then one of these large words. And then I just used some little gold stars that I punched out of some gold mirror cardstock, and some more sequins, and these lovely wooden hearts. These are a new thing that Jody over at Spiegel Mom Scrap started carrying, is some wood veneer, and yes, love it. So that's that layout. Now this one was created for the Cardstock Warehouse, and so oh my gosh, I am totally obsessed with this gold mirror paper. It comes in 8.5 by 11 sheets, and they have it in gold, silver, rose gold, copper, I think red and green, and gunmetal or something like that. And I have to have all of them. Like, I am obsessed with them, and I have been using it so much. So I used a little punch and created all these stars. And I used this cut file from Paper Issues and cut out these feathers. And I wanted another way to do a fall layout that wasn't using like fall leaves. So I thought the feathers worked really well. And I just kind of made this, oh, I guess these two are a little similar, huh? I just made this design in the background and put some thread underneath my photo. I kept it really simple because the background is so busy. And then I just did Amazing Memories 2018 for my title, again using the tiny foam thickers and then one of these giant words. And I love this so much. And I'm trying to be careful not to get myself in the mirror because this is very mirrored. Like you can see it's not just a regular foil, you can actually see in it. So it's fabulous if you are looking for some foiled paper like this. It's really great. So here is another masculine layout. This one I did as a scrap lift, and I want to say it was for Spiegel Mom Scraps. And the scrap lift, or the person I was scrap lifting, had a lot of fringe in the background, and so what I did is I went through my scrap bin and I picked out different colors of blue, and then I cut them using my fringe scissors into, I think they're 2-inch strips, and then I cut each of the strips into a chevron just to give it a little bit more interest. And I love the different shape, and I think it makes the fringe look pretty cool here. So I used some of the Spiegel Mom Scrap sequins and strung them on some silver thread here, and then I just kind of added them around. These red stars and the word are from the Wild Child by Pink Paisley chipboard. And then these are Fancy Pants and crepe paper, and that's also Fancy Pants. And I just put some thread behind my photo as well, and I love this layout. I've been trying, like I said, I've been trying to do more of my son, and he doesn't let me take a lot of pictures of him anymore, so I have had to go back to like older photos. But I've been trying to scrap him more because I feel, you know, you get that mom guilt where you're paying attention to your other kids more than that one. So I'm trying to do better. I love this layout. This is not really my style 100%. This is another scrap lift for Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I love how it turns out. Purple is my favorite color, and well, purple and teal, but primarily purple, and so this was just perfect. The one I scrap lifted was blues, and so I chose a different color, and it's just like a lot of mixed media in the background layered up. There's like a Prima stamp that I've had forever, and I pulled out my little heart brayer, and then this is a cut file. I can't remember where I got that cut file from, but then I used some Vicky Bouton, and I used some of these old Prima flowers, and I was able to use a lot of old things from my scrap stash. I used some washi tape, which that never happened, so that was exciting. Texture paste, some shimmers. I used my gelatos. I have a whole 2 gelatos, and so I got to use one of them on here. And yeah, I love this one so much. And it's so different, I feel like, from my other stuff. It's like grungier, or I don't know. Mixed media. It's got mixed media. That's way different than me. And then for my last layout, I love this layout. So this was made for an Instagram hop between Click Kits and Spiegel Mom Scraps, and we were given this cut file to work with, and so of course I had to turn it into a giant shaker pocket. And the sequins I used are called Pastel Pasture, I believe, and they match Paige Evans collections super well. Like, they've got the purple, they've got this kind of peach color, a light green. They even have these like acrylic hearts in the mix. I'm not sure if it's still available in the shop, but if it is, I highly recommend it. So then what I did is I pulled out my Paige Evans stuff that I have been hoarding, and I used pretty much all of the florals I had left, and then I tucked in all of the random bits that I would never be able to use, like this rabbit and this teacup and this crane are things that I just wouldn't be able to use on a different layout because I don't know how I would stick it in there, but they work perfectly with this. So, and it's just another beautiful photo of my older daughter, and I just used these glitter thickers. I've had them in my stash forever, and they have just, they're like the gift that keeps on giving. I don't know how I have any letters left in it. So yeah, so that's my last layout. So What you're going to want to do is go down below and continue on in the hop. If you are starting out here, then you can go to the next person, and then as soon as you get back around to my channel, you'll know that you made it all the way through the hop. A couple of the ladies are doing giveaways, so you want to be sure that you follow the rules for their giveaways. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. Like, I'm always excited to have new people. I will be having a giveaway here soon. We had some family crisis that we needed to deal with, and so I have a giveaway, but I haven't gotten the video recorded yet. But I have everything ready for it, so that will be coming soon, so look for that in January. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time. Bye!